If this is your first time here, please like this video and then click subscribe and then bang the bell so you don't miss a thing when it comes to the absolute best business and personal relationship tips on the net. Now off to today's featured presentation. Enjoy. All right, welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition. This is episode number 62, and I'm back at beautiful, gorgeous, amazing Red Morton Park in beautiful Redwood City, California. Check this out. It's almost the end of January, and the fire truck's coming somewhere. Look at this. This is just unbelievable. The weather is just absolutely amazing. Now, it's supposed to rain later on today, so I am out here at the park early afternoon, shortly after 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time where I live. And I wanted to mention that because some of the people in my Discord group that I'll mention a little bit more about here in a little bit, like I've been mentioning in some of my previous videos, they're saying, yeah, it's cold as fuck where I live. It's 10 below or 20 below, and it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit or 0, or, yeah, it's pretty fucking cold. And I'm sitting here at 55, 60-degree weather towards the end of January. Yeah, I guess you can say us Bay Area folks are spoiled out here with our weather, but once again, like I've been mentioning many times, we do pay the price for it. It costs about 3 times more to live here than where you live. So there's always a trade-off. You get what you pay for, right? I firmly believe in that. You get what you pay for. I've been accustomed to this lifestyle. I was born and raised out here, so I grew up, in this environment, in this economy, the Bay Area economy and the Bay Area lifestyle and the Bay Area cost of living and wages and stuff. So I'm just used to it, just like you're used to living where you're at. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there to start off this video today. But there's a lot on my mind, just a lot on my mind. It seems pretty peaceful here at the park right now. I have a clear path. It's nice when there aren't a lot of people walking around. That way you don't get distracted. Like I mentioned before, I love being around people. I love saying hi to people, but it kind of distracts your thought process when you're trying to really stay on point. So it's nice that there's a total clear path right now, all around me. It's just beautiful, peaceful, breathing in the fresh air. You know what? Let me mention one more thing here. If you want to feel better, if you're feeling a little bit down, and if you're a little bit out of shape and you're trying to get back into shape especially, or if you're in shape and you just want to feel better and maintain your shape, go take an hour walk every day or as often as you can at your local park. Now, don't go to a real tiny park. Go to a big park like mine that is about 1.25 miles to walk around. And, do 3 or 4 laps around the park or through your park. And go online and get an app called, Map My Walk. They also make the Map My Hike app that I use and the Map My Ride app that I've used for biking in the past. Just check it out on Android and on iOS, which is what I use, Apple. And that way you can track how far you go and how many calories you burn. And you just feel better. You'll either maintain your shape, get into good shape if you're not in good shape, and you'll feel better and you'll be more healthy. It's my tip of the day right there. Maybe I'll do a Coach Eli health and fitness series like I did on my previous channel. I really enjoyed that series in the past, and I think it's crucial that I do that. So at some point, I will do that fitness series. Maybe I'll do it partially on the go and partially within my studio, so I can share some graphs with you folks as well. Let me know if you have an interest in Coach Eli doing a health and fitness series, and I'll make that happen soon. But anyway, let's get to the topic of today's episode and get right to it, because I've got a lot to talk about. The topic today is Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition, episode number 62 is, ready for this? Oh, yeah. Incel, TFL, PUA, Tradcon, MGTOW. You know, what are these things, and what is the difference? What do these things mean, and what is the difference between all of them? Plus, lots of updates from Coach Eli's community. Lots of updates which is what I'm trying to say, in the last 24 hours from Coach Eli's community. So one more time, the topic of today's Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Daily Walk Edition, episode number 62 is Incel, TFL, PUA, Tradcon, MGTOW. What are these things? What do these things mean? And what is the difference? Plus, lots and lots and lots of updates happening currently within Coach Eli's community. So let's put the other stuff I mentioned at the beginning of the topic. Let's put it off for right now, which is what I'm trying to say. And let's talk about the updates that are happening within my community. So most of you all know that I put out a daily walk episode on Monday. This episode number 60, that was episode number 61. You can check it out if you'd like. And within that episode, part of it, I actually called out another content creator by the name of MTMM. It stands for Mike the MGTOW Monk. He's a gentleman, I believe he has like almost 3,000 subscribers or something like that, maybe a little bit more. He's been running the YouTube channel for quite a while and has a decent following and gets a decent amount of views and actually creates some decent content. At least I thought he did. And I was made aware of him, just to remind you folks, if you didn't see my former Daily Walk video, episode number 61, just to remind you, I was made aware of Mike the MGTOW Monk throughout one of my Discord groups. So I checked him out. I liked what he had to say. I made a comment on his channel, appreciating his work, and suggesting that we should collaborate on some stuff. We have a lot of similar views, and it'd be great to work with him. And he responded and basically said that it wouldn't be a good idea to work with you because your name has been tarnished and tainted within the MGTOW manosphere community. Wow. I'm so butthurt. I'm bawling in tears that my name has been fucking tarnished throughout this MGTOW manosphere community. And once I got that response, I basically sized him up to the point of where I realized that he's just as emotionally butthurt and not emotionally in the right place as the rest of these people within this community I've been talking about, within the MGTOW manosphere community, that are just very, very hurt over a past breakup, a past divorce. They're very angry. They're very bitter. They're anti-woman. They're anti-anything positive. I honestly thought that this guy, Mike the MGTOW Monk, was trying to spread a message of positivity and was about trying to genuinely help men regardless of the path they decide to choose, whether it's to continue, dating or marrying women or going MGTOW and withdrawing. I thought he had a little more of the liberal approach like myself. But based on his response, I can 100% without a doubt say that he definitely has more of the conservative approach. And that's why, when I've been talking a lot about the conservatives lately, I kind of will put Mike into that category. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just stating the facts. I thought he had more of a liberal approach than the conservative approach. And it's really interesting because many content creators out there on YouTube, I mentioned another one last week, Deanna Lorraine. I thought she was a liberal at first, and then I found out she was a conservative. It amazes me how many content creators can make it appear like they're open to, anyone's views, and they're open to helping anyone and everyone. Which makes me feel like, okay, they may have a few more liberal views than conservative views. Maybe they have some conservative views, but they also have a liberal approach. So those are the people that I tend to reach out to because I want to reach out to people that I feel I would resonate with and they would resonate with me. But once I reach out to them or view more of their videos and interact with them more through comments on YouTube, etc., and seeing their response videos to me, which I'll get to that in a second, I see they have more the conservative approach. And then I understand why they don't want to work with me. Okay? Mike the MGTOW Monk, has a very conservative audience of men that just don't have a grip on their life, just are sulking in their misery. You know why? Because after I put out that video on Monday, one of my former good buddies, I don't know where our relationship is at right now. Jamie, the Purple Pill guy's been kind of lurking around, my live streams and videos. He went over to Mike the MGTOW Monk's channel and made a comment making him aware of the video where I mentioned him. And Jamie was saying I was talking shit about Mike the MGTOW Monk. I wasn't talking shit about Mike the MGTOW Monk, Jamie. I was stating the facts. That's what I do. I state the facts. The raw, hardcore, truthful facts that you guys don't really want to fucking hear. You don't want to be called down on the fucking truth, and that's what I did. So what happened? Mike did a response video to me, and him and the minions on his channel came over to my channel and started calling me cuck, started saying, I'm full of shit. No wonder why your channel's not growing, this and that. They started attacking my channel. And they were following Mike the MGTOW Monk's orders like a good little bitch. Because that's what the guys on your channel are, Mike. They're good little bitches to you. Because they're supposed to be men going their own way, but they're going the way that you want them to go. They don't stand out as individuals, Mike, and same with you. Because, Mike, you're way too concerned about what other people think about you, which is why you won't work with some people like me. And yeah, I'm a guy that has under 100 subs. Don't worry, I'll continue growing my channel. That's not a big deal. But there's a lot of value to work with a guy like me. You have no idea what I'm capable of doing. But now, I'll tell you this, Mike the MGTOW monk. When I grow to 50K subscribers and 100K subscribers and I pass all you fucks up, at that point you're going to take a look at how the fuck's this guy growing. And you're going to, and mark my words, I'm going to refer back to this video and do a video and refer back to this when that happens. You guys are going to look back and you're going to say, wow, how'd that guy get there? Maybe I should reach out to him and patch things up. And at that point, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, fuck you. I'm going to say, sit and fucking spin. You see that? Sit and fucking spin, motherfucker. That's what I'm going to do. Because you know what? If you're not willing to work with me and be civil with me when I have less than 100 subs, then why should I work with you when I have 100K subs? And I will get there. But yeah, so Mike and a bunch of his people came to my channel. They started, commenting a bunch of shit. And I kind of let it slide for a bit because I was doing my live show with Charles F. Gray last night on Twitch TV. I'll get that in a little bit. And basically, I ended up starting to ban them because it got boring and old. They started calling me cuck, like I said. They started talking all this shit. And I'm sitting here and thinking to myself, this is exactly, this is exactly what was going to happen or what I knew would happen. I wanted it to happen. That was the whole purpose of even creating that video. Why would I create a response video like that if it wasn't going to get me anywhere? You guys are thinking it's not getting me anywhere, but it is getting me somewhere. And let me tell you something. Good, bad, or indifferent. Any type of traction, good, bad, or indifferent is traction. And you guys are helping other people become more aware of me. You might be talking about me in a negative light, but other people that find out about me through you talking shit about me might start following my shit and say, this guy really isn't that bad after all. So you guys are more so helping me than hurting me. So thank you for the response video, Mike. Thank you to you, Jamie, for making Mike aware of it. Thank you to all you guys out there that supposedly can't stand the shit out of me for helping spread the Coach Eli love, the Coach Eli word. I'm overjoyed. Now, you guys are probably thinking, this guy's out of his goddamn mind. No, I'm not. I know how to play the fucking game, and I'm playing the game better than you guys. Listen, I fucked up on how to play the game on my former channel. I learned from all those mistakes, and now I'm using it to my advantage. And that's what you guys can't stand, because I'm now playing the fucking game better than you. I'm now calling you guys out and showing people what's really happening out there. I'm a man that's more so here to help guide men and women down the right path in today's crazy modern world. And I'm passing by the construction area here where they're building a new playground. They finally got this underway. Like if you look over here, got some heavy equipment. So I think I may avoid this area for the rest of this video because it's kind of noisy and distracting. So yeah, thank you to all you guys out there, even for the negative publicity, because you know what? It draws attention to my channel. I'm not an attention whore. Don't get me wrong. Okay? And I'm not trying to, leech subs from MGTOW or anyone. I'm just putting myself out here in the same ways you're putting yourself out there. I'm looking to grow my channel. I'm looking to get my message out. And I'm doing what I normally do. This is what I normally do. I call people out on bullshit. I try to collaborate with people that I feel are worthy of collaborating with. Just like I thought you were, Mike the MGTOW monk. And when you gave me your bullshit response, I called you out on it to make people aware of how these MGTOW manosphere men behave. They're not open to shit. Even when someone approaches them properly. Even when someone approaches them in the proper, respectful ways like I did. But you know what, Mike the MGTOW monk? My perception of you has changed. I thought you were more professional. I thought you were more of a reasonable man. But no, you're not. You're unprofessional. You act like a little bitch. Your behavior is like a fucking 2-year-old. I respect the behavior of 2-year-olds more than I respect you, Mike the MGTOW monk. And you know what? 2 days ago or 3 days ago when I first heard about you, before I reached out to you, I felt differently. But look at how quickly what your behavior did to change my opinion of who I feel you are. I deleted all your comments. And by the way, I've saved all the comments. I've taken screenshots and saved them all. So I have them. But I deleted and banned your asses because you know what? I don't want you guys disrupting the flow of my positive message out there. I don't want you guys disrupting the flow. It's not that I can't handle what you guys are saying. I'll mention this once again. You guys can sit there and call me cuck all day long. You guys can sit there and say that, you know, I'm full of shit, that I'm a, you know, stupid-ass liberal or whatever. You can call me every name in the fucking book. And I don't have a problem with you folks even commenting like that. I'm just tired of it. It's boring. It's old. Find something new to talk about. Change your shit up. It's the same shit all the time from you guys. Same shit, different day. SSDD. That's why, you know, with these other people, and I knew I wasn't supposed to mention them, but just for example purposes, which you guys love it when I say for example purposes. That's why these purple pill guys, you know, they don't really bother me with what they're doing. It's boring. Their shit's boring. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I used to watch all your response videos to me. Now I don't. I don't have time for that shit. Mike, I didn't watch your response video. I know there were a few others that did response videos to me as well. I didn't watch them. I'm not going to watch them because it's the same shit. Say something different. Say something different that's going to be more interesting that I haven't heard before. And maybe I'll watch your response videos once again. Because I'll be honest, when you guys do response videos to me, I get off on them because it shows me that you guys just can't get enough of me, that you guys are hooked on Coach Eli. So, let me just move past a few people here. Thank you. Thank you. They said, I like your selfie stick. A couple of young ladies probably just got out of school, walking home in this beautiful, safe area of Redwood City, California. It's so beautiful and safe out here. Yeah, your videos are boring. It's the same old shit, different day, SSDD. I'm even getting bored, like I said, of watching videos that you guys do on me. I used to like laugh at them. I used to get entertainment from them. I used to be entertained by them, but now I'm fucking bored because you guys can't come up with any new fucking material. At least every day I come up with new shit on my daily walks. Yeah, do I refer to things in the past where people think I repeat the same shit over and over again? No, but I put up a different, unique video every single fucking day or almost every day. And you guys do the same shit. That's what sucks about the MGTOW manosphere. You guys like are so fucking redundant and repetitive. It's fucking old and boring. So come up with some better material. And maybe I'll start viewing your shit again for shits and giggles when I have free time, but I have better things to do. And again, your shit doesn't bother me. I'm only putting it out here because I feel like putting it out here. I want to let people know what's going on. Doing these videos, these daily walk videos, like I mentioned, are more like daily vlogs of Coach Eli's life. And I share topics and experiences that I'm currently going through or I've been through, or maybe some topics I've had requested that I can share a story on that relates to that topic. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Mike, the MGTOW monk, I don't really think you're a bad guy. I just think that, you know, you're being a certain way because that's what your audience is attracted to. And if you actually were to man up and be a real fucking man and start helping men the proper way and start making them aware that when you guys act like 2-year-olds and you get all emotionally butthurt easily over shit, that's not the right way to live your life. If you can't come out and put out the right message, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you did that, which is what I was trying to say a second ago, if you did that, these guys wouldn't follow you anymore because they would be calling you a cuck instead of me. So anyone with a positive message out there in MGTOW that truly tries to help men, I'm talking about the MGTOW manosphere community because not everyone's MGTOW, okay? Anyone that tries to put out a positive message out there to try to help men, and basically in order to help men, you have to call them out on what they're going through, meaning that you're having the emotional moment. You're acting weak, needy, desperate, insecure. You got to call men out on their shit to make them aware of their problems that's affecting their life in order for them to learn. Until you can do that, you're not really helping fucking men. You're not. So if you really started helping men out there, you'd lose your audience because these guys are not emotionally stable enough at this point, at least, to be able to comprehend all of that. They're going to think you're attacking them more than helping them, when in essence what you're doing right now is you're coddling them. You're coddling them. Basically, you're just making them feel good, you know, within your channel or your community, right? And there was a guy out there that even mentioned, he's like, MGTOW is not a safe space. Really, MGTOW is not a safe space. Okay, if MGTOW is not a safe space, then why don't we talk about the real issues out there? Why are you content creators all coddling your, I think that's the right word, coddling, meaning that you're basically, you know, sweet talking these men and saying what they want to hear to keep them around, so you grow your channel and, you know, you make more money and you get more traction. So that's fucking another way of saying you're a goddamn shill. As far as I'm concerned, Mike the MGTOW monk, you're just another fucking shill like JB Gunner and the rest of the people I've talked about in the past. I'm not going to get too far into it. So, yeah, you're blocked, Mike. And so are all the crazy people from your channel that came and commented on my channel. You're a waste of my fucking time. Now, if you ever want to, you know, talk legitimately and try to work things out, I'm always open to a reconciliation. But I don't think you're man enough, Mike, to even do that. So I'm not going to even count my fucking chickens at all, because they're never going to fucking hatch with you, brother. I'm not even going to call you a brother. You don't even deserve being called a brother. You're a little boy. Fucking sissy. Fucking catering to your sorry-ass audience. Not working with someone that has his shit together, that's confident and secure, because of what these emotionally unstable men have labeled me in this community. That just goes to show, Mike, that you're no better than them. You're emotionally unstable like they are, and you proved it with your behavior in my channel, with your comments that you made before I deleted them and blocked you. Okay? Those comments you put out yesterday. So enough of that shit. Last night, Charles F. Gray and I did our first live stream, our first actual live stream, because we did a couple of prelude shows before that. There were some technical difficulties that I mentioned on my video on episode number 61 that happened on the prelude stream I did. I believe it was on Friday with Charles F. Gray to promo the show that actually happened last night. And it was a pretty good show for the most part. I mean, I watched the majority of the replay. I still have a little bit of the ending to watch, which I'll watch later. It was pretty decent quality. There weren't as many sync issues as I've had in the past. There wasn't a resource issue on my system. I figured that out. It was one setting in OBS that OBS is open broadcast software that I use to create the fancy graphics for my streams. So I didn't have that issue. There wasn't a lot of stuttering. It was crystal clear. But just so you folks know, I think I really figured out what was causing my issue with my webcam being out of sync a little bit in some previous streams that I've done. And it was because I was using the USB extension cable. And because most of the cameras are still USB 2.0, if you use too long of an extension, the signal degrades from the camera to your computer, and it can affect the quality, especially when you're streaming at the highest quality the webcam can output, which in my case, I have the Logitech C920. It can output at 1080p at 30 frames per second. It cannot do 60 frames per second. So I did some testing last night after the show by not using the extension cable, and it seems to be running much better. And honestly, I just got freaked out for a second. I thought I saw a mouse and I didn't want to step on it, so I turned around. I've been seeing a lot of mice come out lately. I believe snakes eat mice, but the snakes are in hibernation during this time of the year. They don't come out. They come out in the summer. They're in hibernation trying to stay warm. They come out in the summer to, lay on cement or on dirt paths, because when you're on a hiking trail, the dirt paths or the cement paths that you walk on are pretty much open to the sun. So you got to be careful when you're hiking in the summer, especially if you hike out here in California. We have a lot of rattlesnakes, and you definitely want to give them respect and space if you come across one. I've encountered a few snakes in my time. One baby rattlesnake, which they're worse because they're not mature enough and old enough to be able to control their venom. So if you get bit by one of them, you're toast. And I've seen a couple of gopher snakes. We also have gopher snakes out here in the California, in the state of California. Back in your neck of the woods, you may have other types of snakes. So if you go out there and go hiking, just make sure you know what you're up against and be on the lookout. Just always be alert and aware. You never know where they can pop out. Then you have coyotes and you have mountain lions. We have coyotes and mountain lions, where I live. And when you get into the higher elevations, when you're hiking up hills, you've got to be on the lookout for them. But they warn you. They put signs on the path. They warn you and they tell you what to do if you should encounter one. But anyway, so yeah, the show was great last night. It was decent quality for the most part. It ran longer than I thought we were going to run it. Charles and I, we pretty much are going to be running these shows for 1 hour, but I guess sometimes they're just going to go over. So you're going to get a minimum of 1 hour every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Coach Eli. If you haven't signed up for my channel there on Twitch, where we're going to be doing these live shows, please go below in the description and sign up for that. That way you won't miss the next live stream. And for right now, the replays are going to go on YouTube for free. In the future, we may or more than likely put the replays under a paywall. So if you're going to want to get our shows for free, you're going to have to either be there on the live event, or you're going to need to support the show to watch the replays. Folks, it takes a lot of time and effort to create these high-quality shows. And, although Charles F. Gray and I are not chills, it's up to you to decide if you think we are. We're not. We're legitimate. We want to make money. We need to make money doing this. It takes a lot of time and effort. And keeps us away from doing other things to where we can create our livelihood. We would rather do this and help you and support you. So we ask you for your support if you can possibly help us out by making the donation. And for right now, if you go below in the description section and you find my donate link on my website, coacheli.com/donate, any donation you make there, just make sure that you put in the notes that this is for the Masculinity Matters show, and I will send half of that donation to Charles F. Gray. I'm hoping by the next show I'll have a different link or a different account for donations in regards to our show. Oh boy. This dude was driving around with a Dodge Charger that's souped up and drove right past me, saw me with the selfie stick, and just wanted to kind of, yeah, you're the man, dude. That's masculine energy. That's toxic masculinity there. Just kidding. It's not toxic masculinity. That's a guy showing off. I had my days like that. I used to have a couple of Mustang GT convertibles in my younger days. So I understand that. You know, men are going to go through those phases. But yeah, so yeah, the show once again, you know, every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on twitch.tv/Coach Eli. Go there and sign up for free if you already haven't. If you, like I said, if you missed last night's show, go to my channel and you'll find the replay there. As of the time that I'm recording this, Charles has not yet uploaded it to his channel. I'm assuming what Charles is going to do, he likes to do a lot of premieres. I've been using premieres lately on YouTube, which is pretty cool. You can chat with your audience while you view the premiere of that particular video in real time with your audience and chat with them. I have a feeling Charles F. Gray is going to do a premiere on this probably later this afternoon or early evening. So look out for that. Either way, go to my channel and watch the replay, or, you know, watch it on Charles's once it gets released. And that is that. One more thing I want to mention here before I get to the topic, and how far have we gone here? We have gone 36 minutes. All right, one more thing. Join my Discord server. I created a brand new Discord server that I announced on Monday during episode 61 of my Daily Walk Edition. This is episode number 62, by the way, once again. And the Discord server is called Coach Eli's Community of Unified Men and Women. Coach Eli's Community of Unified Men and Women. We have like 33 members already, and the Discord's only been around for 3 days. It is a public Discord. Anyone and everyone is welcome to join. The more, the merrier. There are rules that you need to abide by. But we're pretty lenient within this group. I allow people to promote and shill their YouTube channels. You know, I allow people to promote and share their new videos, even in the general chat. Okay? When you run a Discord, there's typically one general chat, which is the default chat room for everyone. And then there are, you know, different channels within that Discord server that you can promote things. Quite frankly, I have no problem with you putting anything into the general chat, no matter what it is. I don't have a problem with you shilling your stuff. That's just a fancy way of saying sharing your stuff. That's what my community is all about. It's about sharing and giving and loving people, helping people grow together, which is the best way, in my opinion. As long as you're a decent person and you're not there to create havoc. Now, you can also share your feedback in this Discord group, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay? As long as you share that feedback in a constructive way. Okay? And you're not just out there to just attack somebody. If you attack anybody in the Discord group, you'll be banned without notice. And by the way, I have a lot of moderators on my Discord. Because Coach Eli is very well loved, he needs to have a lot of moderators out there to keep the peace. When I say Coach Eli is, has a lot of love from especially this MGTOW manosphere community, I'm kind of being sarcastic about it. You're going to get people coming in there that are going to, intentionally stir the pot. If you come in there and say anything unreasonable, you're just going to be banned immediately. So I've got a ton of moderators in there that are keeping an eye on this when I'm not around. And when I'm around, I'll personally ban you myself. I love the ban hammer. Banned. Banned. You're banned. That's what a lot of people used to say when I would ban them, because I would run those live streams on my former channel, and I would say, you're banned. You're banned, Jamie. You're banned, Jamie. We've been picking on Jamie a lot lately. I like you, Jamie. I like you, Jamie. Coach Eli has a lot of famous quotes. I should maybe, you know, on my Discord or even on my YouTube channel, I should go back to some of my former live streams and stuff and create a compilation of videos with my most famous quotes. If you'd like to see me do that, make a comment below in the description and let me know. And I'll start working on that when I get a chance. It'll take me a while because I have to go through a lot of fucking footage on my external hard drives. But I'd love to make that happen. I think it'd be pretty cool. But yeah. Banned, B-E-A-N-N-N-N-E-D-D-D-D-D-D-D, because, you know, they think because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area that I have this overly emphasizing accent. I'm from fucking California. We don't have any fucking accents out here. I just like to emphasize things because I know how much more powerful and potent those words are when you emphasize things. Emphasize. When you emphasize things, you get your point across in a clear, concise way, and you're not boring. And Coach Eli is definitely not boring. Love me or hate me, you know I'm not boring. Okay? Because if I was boring and stirring up the pot, you wouldn't focus as much energy as you're focusing on me. Right? So yeah, join the Discord server. If you go below, in the description section for right now, I'm putting the Discord server information along with the link at the very top of wherever I display my videos, even primarily on YouTube, where my content's primarily catered to. But whether you're on Facebook viewing this or my website, you'll see that information at the top. Go ahead and join. Doesn't take that long to join. You can access Discord through your laptop or desktop, or download the mobile app on iOS or Android. Apple and Android both have a Discord app, and you can have it on the fly. It's a great way to communicate, especially if you have a YouTube channel. We can help you get your message out there. We can help connect you with the right people. And you know what? You make a bunch of great friends out there, too. There's also voice chat, where we actually talk with people real time. And one more thing, like I mentioned in the last video. If you're worried about your anonymity, if you're worried about being doxxed, you can create any name you want and not use your real name, and participate in that way. Like I mentioned, this is who I am. I'm Coach Eli, Elias, Dimitri Melas. All right? I have no problem. Here's my face. There's my name. What are you going to do? When you come hunt me down and do something? I mean, seriously. You're going to put your life at risk? You're going to do something to somebody else and create harm? And then get arrested and go to jail for it? I have no problem putting my real self out there. I'm not afraid of anything. Whatever is meant to be is meant to be. Like that song goes, if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, it was meant to be. Or maybe it was meant to be, however it goes. It's a great fucking song. YouTube, that's fair use. No, they don't actually, the algorithm does not catch anyone singing the actual songs. As long as you're not playing the instrumental in the background. They'll fuck you for that, but not for singing them. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the topic here, because this is going to be a really long video. So let's talk about, you know, Incel, TFL, PUA, Tradcon, MGTOW. I don't need to go too far into this, because if I go way into this video will be an hour and a half long. And so far we have gone, what, how long is that? 43 minutes? Is that 43 minutes? I can't even see it with my sunglasses. 43 minutes. So I'm going to briefly go through each of these, what they honestly mean, in my opinion, because many other creators out there have stated their opinion, and they're stating how they want to present it to you based on what they're trying to get out of their channel. I'm just going to state it in general. because I'm not looking to gain traction off of talking about this stuff, because I'm not a MGTOW manosphere channel. You know, I'm a general channel. I'm a business and personal relationship coach where, you know, I help people with their dating advice and business advice. I help people navigate this crazy modern world through you know, personal and business relationships that I know they still want to have. So let's talk about Incel. And let's also combine that with TFL. What does Incel stand for? It's short for involuntary celibate. What is an involuntary celibate? Okay, in the manosphere community, it's referred to as someone that would prefer to enjoy intimacy with a woman, but no matter what he does, he can never get a woman to have sex with him. That's an involuntary celibate, meaning that he is celibate, but not by choice. He is celibate because no matter what he does, his game sucks, or, you know, he doesn't love himself, or is not a confident person, or, you know, just doesn't know how to approach women properly, or doesn't know how to attract women. That's an involuntary celibate right there. Okay? And then you have TFL, which stands for true forced loneliness. I kind of mentioned this in a video recently, but I've also heard true forced loneliness, TFL, standing for total fucking loser, which I'm not trying to be mean by saying this, but yeah, if you're TFL, a true forced loneliness person, you're pretty much a total fucking loser. And I'm not trying to discriminate or hate you. You just don't love yourself if you're TFL. If you're an incel / TFL, in my opinion, which I think those two go hand in hand. You know, you're just, you don't love yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. Okay, these incels and TFLers are guys that really want to be with a woman, that probably want a real relationship, that probably want to get married and have kids. You know, they probably have a decent job, make decent money, but they can't get a woman. And they're probably wondering, why can't I get a decent woman if I have a decent job? Well, because your job is not everything. That's one aspect. A lot of these incels and TFLers don't take care of themselves. A lot of these guys are out of shape. They're 30, 50, 100, or 200 or 300 pounds overweight. Just like JB Gunner. I love poking the bear. I'll admit it. I love poke. I'm poking you, JB. I don't give a shit, man. This is me. This is my form. All right, got somebody coming by. Had to step out of the way. Got a skateboarder coming by. Or he just passed by. So yeah, if you're overweight, if you don't groom yourself properly, shave properly, or have a nicely trimmed beard like I do, if you're not fit and in shape like myself, okay? If you have hair, unlike myself, I don't have hair, so I shave my head. You know, groom your hair nicely. Okay? And even if you're in decent shape, some of you guys are in decent shape, you dress like shit, you wear shit clothes, you don't wash your clothes, you have personal hygiene issues. You got to take care of yourself if you want to be attractive to women. That's what I was trying to say. You have to take care of yourselves if you want to be attractive to women. Okay? Spend some money and buy some nice clothes. Get some cologne. Use some great deodorant. You know, I recommend Gillette. Many of you guys won't even mention the word Gillette anymore because you're still pissed off about that controversial commercial that I thought was a great commercial. I still use their products. I love them. But Gillette Clinical, it's about $10 to $11 for each stick. It's the best fucking deodorant I've used. It smells nice, and it gives you 24-hour protection. And I don't sweat. I don't fucking sweat when I use it. I don't sweat underneath the armpits and get those nasty rings. I've seen guys go on dates with women that have those nasty sweat rings underneath their fucking armpits. That's going to disgust the woman. And you know what? If you're a guy that's saying, well, she should accept me no matter what, let me ask you this. What if you saw nasty sweat rings under a woman's armpits? Or she smelled nasty? Or she didn't dress nice? Or she was extremely out of shape? Now, no disrespect to people that are out of shape. I love people for who they are, but, I'm one that's very big on fitness. And even for the people that are out of shape there, like I mentioned earlier on this video, I'm thinking of creating another fitness series on this channel like I had on my previous channel. We're not kicking down the people that are overweight or obese, but we want to help you get more healthy and fit so all aspects of your life can become better. So that way you can be healthier, live longer, and then attract more of the right people in your life, because looking good, part of feeling good is looking good. And when you look good and you're in great shape, you're also healthy and at your optimal level mentally and emotionally. It's another thing Mike the MGTOW monk you should be teaching your men, but you're not fucking doing that. You're just catering to their sorry-ass behavior. I'm saddened by all this shit, man. So to you incels out there and TFLers, if you've never heard these terms before, and I'm describing the type of guy you are, I'm not here to kick you down. I'm here to help you identify how you're seeing yourself and why you're not getting results. You got to start making those changes. Dress nice, get in shape, okay? Groom yourself, brush your teeth, okay? The better you take care of yourself, the more you're going to love yourself. And the more that you love yourself deep within, you don't go out and tell people I love myself, but deep within you feel that. It's going to radiate even to women. Now, on top of that, you got to know how to talk to women as well. And you have to have the confidence. You don't want to sound like a big fucking pussy, but you don't want to come off as arrogant. You got to kind of find a middle ground balance, which I like to call cocky funny. Be playful with them. Treat them like a bratty little sister. Have fun with them. Flirt with them. That's what women like. Women enjoy that shit. Women like to chase. Because once they get you, it's no fun for them anymore. So you got to kind of always, like I mentioned in some previous videos, you got to always be in the slight one-up position above the woman. So that way she's, chasing you and still interested. That's just the way it works. So that's why you incels and you TFLers, which I think those two go hand in hand, are having issues. Now, let's move forward to PUA. What's PUA? PUA is pickup artist. And I'll admit, whenever I'm single, I would probably more so consider myself PUA, even though I'm not a pump and dump type of person. I don't go out there and sleep with women. But I do go out there and meet women, and I am curious to know if they're interested in me, whether I'm interested in them or not. I'm looking, maybe that's validation-seeking behavior, which I don't agree with. But I put myself out there to see who's attracted to me. Okay? And the real true PUAs, I guess I wouldn't really consider myself a true PUA. I could be a PUA if I wanted to, and I could be a damn good PUA if I wanted to. But the real true PUAs, they are all about game. They dress nice. They smell good. They know exactly what to say to, attract women. And they're good at, getting a date. They're good at getting laid. They're good at maybe keeping the woman around for a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month, 2, maybe 3 months. But once you get out of the honeymoon phase, with a PUA type of guy, you know, they're not typically somebody that's going to, you know, either want to be with you long term, or in some cases, what I've noticed with some friends of mine that are PUAs, they actually will fall in love with a woman that they were just trying to pick up and have a casual sexual relationship with. Those PUA guys, they don't have a lot of experience in being in serious long-term relationships. So, you know, even if they're hanging out with a woman, they go and pick up a woman initially just to have someone to sleep with occasionally or have someone to hang out with. Okay, sometimes those guys will actually, you know, end up falling for the woman. It happens. And then they don't know, you know, they really don't know how to behave after that. After that, they go from being PUA to big fucking pussy. And then the woman that initially, you know, had her pants, you know, charmed off of, you know, the woman that basically, you know, was turned on and gave in to this guy sexually, or however you want to say it, and was turned on by him and intrigued by him, now is totally turned off by him because he's ended up not being the man that she thought he was. Because what he was initially looking for is now different. So, to you PUA guys out there, you know, you got to decide what you want to do. You know, you got to decide if you want to be PUA, be open and honest about it. You know, at least, you know, if you're with a woman initially, you know, be honest with her and let her know, hey, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious. You seem cool, like to hang out, and whatever will be, will be. But don't try to convince. A lot of guys in the PUA world, what I've noticed is they'll try to convince a woman that they're looking for a relationship and the family life and all that. They tell a woman everything the woman wants to hear just to get into her pants, because if they don't, then they feel that woman will not give them the time of day, and that's probably more than likely true. Okay? But in all honesty, the best policy is to be honest and upfront. Even if, you know, that woman doesn't want to see you anymore afterwards, because down the road you might end up falling for her. And then, you know, you might start attaching some emotions. And then when she finds out what your real intentions were and she leaves you, you're going to be fucking hurt. So you're screwing yourself more so in the long run than if you're just honest up front. That's my advice for PUAs there. I'm not really big on being on PUA. Yes, you have to have some pickup skills in order to pick up women for whatever you're looking for, even if it's a real relationship like myself. But I've never really considered myself to be a true PUA, but I've had, whenever you're in between relationships, you're basically a PUA. You got to pick up a woman first, figuratively speaking, before you have a chance to get to know her, start dating her, and whatever happens, right? So that's that. How far are we gone here? 58 minutes. I got to really wrap this up. Then we also have Tradcon, which is where I'm at. Now, I am not a conservative. Tradcon stands for traditional conservative. I am not a conservative, but there's no such thing as trad lib or trad liberal. But everyone in the communities that I'm involved with knows that a Tradcon, traditional conservative, is a man that has old school family values, you know, old school morals, values, and ethics and family values, as we did during the traditional days before women were liberated about 55 years ago, around 1964 here in the U.S. when the Civil Rights Act was passed. That liberated women. And basically, that's what a Tradcon is somebody that has traditional values. Now, are there still some women out there today that will be a homemaker and a housewife. There are. But there are very few women that are like that. And quite frankly, from what I've seen, like women that are housewives, they are more prone to cheat on their man, because when you have a family like that that only has a single income, typically it means the man has to work more hours to provide for the family, especially if you live out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And that means there's less time, you know, to engage in romantic activities with your wife. So after a while, your wife starts to see her friends are working and they have a great relationship with their husband and they want that, so they'll go and they'll start cheating on you. So in that case, you know, or in many cases that I've seen, when it comes to the traditional lifestyle nowadays, it really doesn't work that well anymore if your wife is a homemaker, or a fancy word of saying housewife. Homemaker is the politically correct PC modern way of saying housewife, okay? So in my opinion, you know, I'm a Tradcon, or a trad lib, however you want to fucking say it. I still believe in the traditional relationship. But I do value a woman that works and that can take care of herself, and values that I can take care of myself. And today's traditional relationships, in my opinion, are not about completing each other. It's not about completing each other. It's about sharing each other's completeness together. That's what it's about, in my opinion. I show up complete, she shows up complete, and together we share our completeness together. I also firmly believe, like I mentioned in a previous video and earlier today, that men always need to be slightly in the one-up position. I'm not saying way above the woman, but I'm saying slightly. I'm saying, like I mentioned in that previous video, men need to have 50.1% of the power, and women need to have 49.9% of the power. That's as close to equal as possible. Here's the only reason, and I mentioned this in the past, I mentioned it again, here's the only reason why I feel that it cannot be exactly equal, or having the woman one up on the man. It's because that'll turn a woman off. Women are attracted to the emotional strength of a man. They're attracted to a man's confidence. They're attracted to a man's dominance. Even the feminists, they won't admit it, but they're attracted to a man's dominance. And there's nothing dominant to a woman when she's even slightly in the one-up position over a man. There's no disrespect. If it worked differently, women, if your emotions work differently and the higher power made you differently, then it being 50-50 would be fine. But again, today's traditional relationships, you share your completeness together. You both come whole and complete. You both are working. You know, you both are, you know, sharing the bills. Maybe you're living together, blah, blah, blah. And the man needs to be slightly in the one-up position by 0.1%. That's all. Just slightly above. And the man needs to respect his woman, and the woman needs to respect her man, and be faithful, loyal, loving, and caring. If there are issues, you talk about these issues like two grown adults, and you work through things. So that's a little bit about Tradcons right there. You know, I'm a Tradcon, I'll admit it. Maybe a trad lib. Maybe I'll create the word trad lib and start, you know, throwing that around my communities and see if it sticks. Traditional liberal. Yeah. Last but not least, then there's MGTOW, and I'm just going to mention this briefly because I've gone off on MGTOW way too much lately. I'll mention that MGTOW stands for men going their own way. In my opinion, you know, if you're not any of the other types of guys that I mentioned before this, you are considered MGTOW if you are withdrawing completely from dating or marrying a woman. If you are not going to cohabitate with a woman, have children with a woman, like I said, date or marry a woman. And you can't even, in my opinion, MGTOW is not even sleeping with a woman. I don't consider anyone to be, this is just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. If you're having sexual relationships with a woman, or if you're having sexual relations with a woman, which is what I'm trying to say, you are not MGTOW, in my opinion. Now, You can choose to make MGTOW whatever you want it to be for yourself. You have your opinions. You want to share your opinions, create a video, and rebut mine. I'm not forcing my views upon you. I'm just sharing with you how I fucking feel. And that's what I think is MGTOW. Because basically, if you say you're MGTOW and you're not living with a woman and you're not married to a woman or dating a woman, the only thing you're doing with her is sleeping with her, that's, in my opinion, that's PUA. That's pickup artist. You're PUA. You still have to get the woman to sleep with you, and you have to give her a reason to want to be around you. Okay? So if you're sleeping with women, in my opinion, you're not MGTOW, you're PUA. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think below in the description. We are at 1 hour and 5 minutes. This is one of the longest videos I've done. I definitely need to wrap this up. Please share your feedback below. Sign up for my Discord, Coach Eli's community of unified men and women. Sign up for that Discord below. Go sign up for my Twitch TV channel where you can watch my live streams with Charles F. Gray or any other live streams I do for now. Who knows? I do some occasional live streams on YouTube to promote these shows, and I may do some occasional, standalone shows by myself on YouTube. But I'll share more about that coming soon. With that being said, hope you folks enjoy the day. I'm just going to come over here and show you the sun. Look at this. Can you freaking believe this? Like, look. Look. Can you freaking believe this? This is the end of January, and I'm walking out here with a t-shirt and sweats. I could possibly even be wearing shorts today. Maybe I should have thrown on my shorts. In fucking January. All right. You all have yourselves a great day. Be good to each other. I love you all no matter what. I'm very direct with my thoughts and feelings. You know, I've always been an in-your-face type of guy, but that's because I have a lot of love for people. I really care for everyone. I really do. I love you all no matter what. I think what really turns people off about me is that I'm very passionate about what I do, and I stick to my guns, and I don't let off or give up. And if you want to accomplish something in your life, you should do the same thing as well. With that being said, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all soon. Soon. Bye.